What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we got this one right here. So it is 5 things you allegedly can't do in Germany, but you can. So you get the thing here, right? You can't do it, but you actually can. Let's see what we got. Don't forget, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get on with the video.
Haven't done this for a while, but I'm in the mood for some debunking. So in this video, I'm going to debunk some of the things that visitors to Germany are sometimes told never to do, as found on various different websites. Now, of course, this is going to be based on my personal experience. Your experience may vary. And of course, the rules may be different in different parts of Germany, and they're not going to be the same in every situation. But these are some tips that I've seen that made me think, oh no, that doesn't sound right. So, with all that in mind, let's crack on with the first misguided tip. Do not ask for a doggy bag. Apparently, this isn't a thing in Germany, and people will think you're weird. If you don't eat all of your food, you have to let it go to waste. Well, it totally is a thing, and that's why as I record this video, there's half a schnitzel in our fridge. Now, it's not specifically a doggy bag, but at least in the restaurants around here, it's perfectly okay to ask them to wrap up leftovers for you to take home. In fact, it's a compliment. Your food is delicious, but your portion so generous that I was unable to finish my meal. I would therefore like to take the rest home to eat later. Nothing unusual or offensive about that. Don't just wave or say hello when you meet somebody. That's just rude. You must always shake their hand. This is one of those that depends. It's normal to shake hands the first time you meet somebody, but in informal situations it's not necessarily a scandal if you don't. Now, I would say that people...
Okay, how do you guys do this? Like when you normally meet someone, say for the first time, do you go and shake their hands? Like, how do you approach that sort of situation? For me, if I meet someone like for the first time, like if I'm getting introduced, yeah, for sure, I'm gonna shake their hand. I mean, it feels weird if like you don't, you know? You need to have like some sort of physical interaction, in my opinion.
People in Germany are more likely to shake hands than people in America or Britain, but still, they don't do it every single time. Certainly, if you're meeting close friends that you'd see regularly, and certainly if you're meeting close relatives, a handshake is not a must. In fact, in my experience, it's actually unusual. Never eat with your hands. You should apparently always use a knife and...
Okay, that is true. It is like rude in some ways. Like imagine like sitting in a restaurant and just using your hands to eat your food. I mean, it looks a bit weird.
Fork. Well, this may be true if you're sitting down at a table for a meal, unless you're in something like a burger bar. I mean, to be honest, you'd get some very weird looks if you were to ask for a knife and fork at McDonald's. But aside from that, you see people eating with their hands all the time, whether it's a doner kebab to go, or a sausage in a bun, or even half a grilled chicken from a food truck.
Okay, it does depend what you're gonna eat. Like, you can't eat a burger with a knife and fork, that is for sure. I know some people do that, but for me, that's a bit weird, to be honest.
You will be using your hands, trust me. I've even seen one site claim that you shouldn't eat a pretzel with your hands, which is just wrong on every imaginable level. Do not, under any circumstances, talk about the war or the Nazis. Germans will hate you for even raising the subject.
Wow, okay. I did not actually know that. I don't really know much about that sort of stuff, but okay.
This one depends on how you do it and why. The Third Reich is a historical event that happened. The people who would try to pretend that it didn't are not the kind of people that I would want to be friends with. What Germans often object to is when their Nazi past is used as a stick to beat them with, or as a joke, or as something to be shoehorned into every single conversation. But that doesn't mean that it is a thing that should never be mentioned. You just have to be a bit sensitive about it. And finally, never be late for any reason at all. Once again,
Yep, being on time is actually a pretty good thing. Like if you have the habit to like actually be on time everywhere you go. I mean, you get used to it. Like even if it's for work, if it's for a doctor's appointment, or whatever, like going to school, it's actually good to be on time.
It depends. For business appointments, of course you should be punctual. But among friends, if it's
A
not
bit more
something
chill,
that is
yeah.
actually time critical, like you're meeting up to see a movie at the cinema, then the rules are really not quite so strict. I mean, sure, I did have one experience where I was invited to a birthday party, and 5 minutes after the time on the invitation, I got a phone call asking where the hell I was. But every single German I have ever told this story to has said that that's just weird and my friend was clearly nuts. So, in summary, of course there are cultural differences that you need to be aware of, but generally speaking, most Germans are probably a lot more relaxed about these things than some bloggers would have you believe.
All right.
So, what tips about your country have you seen that are very clearly wrong?
That was actually quite an interesting video. Really enjoyed that. I want to see like does let me like this video. I actually really like that. Some cool things. I want to see, do they have more German stuff on his channel? Germany heroic comic. Yeah, he does do some German stuff. Wow. That's cool. That's cool. I was looking for another German YouTuber who actually does like cultures and geography and things like that. So I'm subscribing here and hope to see more videos from this guy. Let me know, guys, your thoughts on this in the comments below. I hope you all did enjoy the video. And yeah, with that being said, don't forget, like the video, guys, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.